Hello everyone, welcome to your second royal reading today here at MadWorldTarot. It's a Sunday afternoon as I am doing this, and I'm sticking with the new chapter tarot for this reading, and that's because allegedly, rumour, Megan wants a whole new trailer for her cooking show and a whole new marketing team. This is a wild rumor. Today is the day I'm reading on strange and wild stories, and this strange and wild story comes from a guy called Mike Zero, who, if you don't know him, he's a YouTuber who reports on the movie business. Basically, he claims to have lots of inside connections in the Disney corporation, Marvel, those kinds of things. But he has now waded into this cooking show fiasco, the backlash against the trailer and the ridicule that it's basically generated, the thousands of comments under the YouTube version of the trailer, Netflix's official YouTube channel. Lots and lots of people just really letting rip in there. He says, Mike Zero says, that his sources tell him that Megan is having an absolute freak out. She's claiming that the marketing team used her worst shots, the worst scenes, the takes, and that should never have seen the light of day. She wants the whole team fired. She wants the trailer redone. It's a bit of a wild story, given that she's the one that actually posted the trailer twice on her Instagram account. A first time with the wrong formatting, and so took that down and reposted it, new reel of the trailer, and seemed quite happy with it. So as I say, this guy, not sure about his credibility. Lots of people say not so much, shall we just say. So we're going to test all of this. We're going to do a Celtic cross, going to look at how Megan's feeling right now about the way this trailer has been received, the backlash, and what's going on behind the scenes. Is she really demanding that it be redone, that the marketing team get fired and they put a whole new team in place and do all of this again quickly? What's going on? What were her expectations? What are we going to see next? How credible is this guy? Going to test that, and in this Celtic cross ask where we are going with all of this, because it launched to great fanfare. Megan seemed really pleased with it. Her friends were out posting and celebrating, and suddenly, allegedly, we need to throw one of those in. We need to throw lots of those in. Allegedly, she's having a freak out. And we've been down this road before. I think the Harry and Meghan docu, she said it wasn't through her lens, someone else's lens. Polo, they claimed, oh no, it wasn't our vision, it was someone else's vision. You know, we've been down this road before, so it's not entirely surprising. But as I say, it's pretty wild, the story that is being told by this particular YouTuber. I just need a card to jump, and I'm sorry. Okay. They all jumped. Sorry, it's taken a while to get to the cards. Very important, it is just tarot for fun and entertainment. It is all my opinion. It is all speculation. We just read energy here. And of course, there is a disclaimer in the box below. Let's see what's going on. Reading from Megan's point of view. See how she's doing. Is this all she dreamed it would be? Or is it turning into something of a nightmare? Two of Wands in reverse. Okay, that's interesting. That's plans unraveling. That's not being pleased with the way things are unfolding. It's a partnership energy. The Two of Wands as well, kind of business partners and unraveling there. There might be some conflict around the Netflix team with that card. And certainly things not going according to plan. Definitely with that Two of Wands in reverse. Hardly surprising. It doesn't take a tarot reader to tell you that things haven't gone the way perhaps Meghan was expecting them to go. Might have gone the way Netflix was expecting them to go. That's a whole other story. Let's look at Meghan, her situation right now. What are we dealing with right now? We're dealing with, it's the Seven of Discs. It's the card of harvest, investment. It's a waiting energy. It's a taking stock energy. It's positive. It's upright. It's the big moment for her in terms of this is her big reveal. This is her big moment. If this doesn't work, then it's a waste of time, a waste of many years. The Seven of Discs, Pentacles, is a card of time, long time spent working on something. That's about as long as she has been around in the public eye, the Seven of Discs. And for a lot of that time, she's been busy and behind the scenes, to start with, trying to put deals together with streamers. Not Netflix originally, someone else that's no longer around, even while she was working, allegedly working as a royal still. So it's not calamitous. It's the card of not expectation, but this is it. This is the time to make big money. And so that's where she's sitting right now. This is the opportunity to merge like mad without the Queen saying, no, you can't. It's the opportunity to set herself up as a powerful influencer. So it's not catastrophe, but let's see what her challenge is right now. This is not the card of someone who's in a mad panic. Not yet. What's her challenge? Ooh, okay. Here we get a worse energy. The Star is the card of hope and faith and healing and all of that, and it's in reverse. Hope dashed. That's the problem. Thought she was going to be this huge star, not. Very mediocre. The content is absolutely basic beige content anyone can knock up in their own kitchens, have been doing for years. Nothing original about it. As many people have pointed out, she's never actually seen cooking in the trailer. She's seen garnishing mostly. So the rumor is that the lady whose house she rented, whose kitchen she rented and garden and everything else, bees, was quoted as saying that some famous chef was there actually making the food for her. Anyway, that's just a rumor. Let me be very careful that is an allegedly story. It's all alleged. So Star is not happening for her. That's the big problem. It has not broken the internet, except in the worst possible way for her. It has not played out the way she was expecting. What's going on behind the scenes, very important down here, what's hidden from us, is a big fight going on. And fire everyone, remake the trailer, it's not my fault, it's your fault. Got the Princess of Swords. That's pretty combative energy. The Princess of Swords, Page of Swords, is somebody who's it's clapback energy. It is clapback energy. It's getting quite abrasive, quite aggressive. It's wanting to clap back. It's wanting to answer comments or shut down comments because it's a social media card. So I think what's particularly grieving her is that the fact that Netflix has left the comments open, whereas she shut them down on her Instagram page. They have left theirs open, and I think she would like them to shut them down. So I do get that she's on a bit of a warpath down there, and on a bit of a mission with that Princess of Swords. It's strategic energy. It's a little person who does research and figures things out, and what's their line of attack or defense going to be, how they're going to respond to things. I'm not getting that she's wanting heads to roll and the whole thing to be redone, but definitely a strategy. This is how are we going to respond to this, because they're all racist, they're haters, they're derangers, loathers, all those words we see repeatedly around. And so it's not her fault. Doesn't look like she's necessarily demanding the level of change that Mike Zero is talking about. It's not so far. What's her goal right now? What is she after? Okay, yeah, there is the energy that I've been waiting for. That's the Tower, and it's in reverse. This whole thing has gone backfired spectacularly. She didn't anticipate this, and this needs to be fixed. It needs to be fixed. So yeah, now we're getting into the energy that he's been talking about. As I say, his question over how reliable he is as a source, and I'm going to test that over here. But that card tells me that this is really a disaster for her. Star in reverse, and now the Tower. Absolute disaster. Can't believe how badly wrong it's gone. How do we fix this? So there is possibility in that energy. Replace the marketing team, redo the trailer. We're going to get there over here, but let's see what her expectations were when this all started. Ace of Swords in reverse, and that's an interesting card because she was not confident about how this was going to go. Not with the Ace of Swords in reverse, ever. So this is not a surprise to her. There's a lot of speculation that this was forced out by Netflix. They got tired of waiting for American Riviera Orchard to be trademarked and for the merch to show up from wherever in China. It's being drop shipped from. Cough, cough, me being snarky. Of course, she would never do that. And they had it, and they said, now. It goes now. It's out. Part of the deal, part of the contract. You promised us this many shows. We're waiting, we're sick of waiting. It's coming. She was not confident about it. She would like to have stopped it. And there is a rumor that's going around to precisely that effect, that she was kind of forced into doing this. So I think I get that. So this is why I don't see heads rolling and so much in terms of blame, even though I'm sure there's some degree of upset and shouting about this, but it's more strategy. How are we going to fix this than demanding that everyone is fired and everything is being redone? What's coming next? How are they going to deal with this mess? It is a mess. Ooh, wow. Death card. That's a huge card. It's ending. They could pull this thing. I mean, the hate views, the dislikes are off the charts under the trailer on YouTube, on Netflix's channel. People keep updating. There's a little app that you can get an extension on your browser that shows the dislikes. Crazy. I think the last figure I saw was 99,000 dislikes to 11,000 likes. That was much earlier today. It's horrifying. They could actually pull the plug on this. And because it's such a big card, they could pull the plug on the whole thing, not just the trailer. I mean, a level of embarrassment to just pull the trailer and redo it. I mean, that's embarrassing in itself. But that's massive. That's ending. That's very cringe. It's very difficult. It's something... they could even announce that this is it. There will be no more content from her. Something very big is coming to an end here. I was thinking in terms of the trailer and them redoing it, but it seems larger than that. It feels bigger than that. So let's see how credible the source is. There's cards stacking up in here that are kind of corroborating what he's saying. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords in this case is a truth teller. The Queen of Swords might well have inside info on this. Might be coming from a female source. Just speculating, but it's truth teller in this case. I know he's been involved in some claims that have been wild and have been unfounded. I have to say that. I did a little bit of digging around. I'm not an internet sleuth, so just the most obvious stories popped up. But in this case, the Queen of Swords is very direct, very truthful, very informed. So he could well be onto something. And my cards, we got off to a bit of a false start here with the 7. That's the return on investment card. It's Netflix saying to her, we've given you all this money, and they have given her not the 100 million, but they've given apparently a kind of a retainer to Harry and Meghan every year, of several million plus paid for all of this stuff. Where's the money? Where's our return on investment? And so some big cards showing up here. What pressure is Megan under right now? Three of Discs in reverse. That's the team kind of disintegrating around her. That would be the marketing team, the people who were there, the crew, the whoever, are bailing on her. If she's going to blame them, they might turn around and blame her. I'm sure they've all signed NDAs and can't really. But if you're going to trash people's professional reputation, then maybe people will come out and have their say in more indirect ways. I'm just speculating, of course. I have no evidence of that. That is my personal opinion. Reading cards, reading the energy of cards, but the team is not with her. They are against her. She's on her own, basically, with that Three of Discs in reverse. Her hopes and fears went back on her energy. Of course, woo, Strength in reverse. That's her, Leo. Looking very weak. She's very worried that this is going to be the end of her, and it is, and that's near term. It's the end of something, and she's very worried about this is going to be, this was meant to be her show of force, her own brand. Who needs Harry? I can do this all myself. I'm the celebrity in this marriage. I'm the one everybody loves and wants to see. I'm the successful one. She's really worried that she's going to be shown up. She's going to be a laughing stock. That Strength card is weakness, is ridicule, basically. For someone who's very ego-driven, Strength card in reverse, she's worried that her ego isn't going to be able to deal with the level of ridicule. And catastrophe. Tower is catastrophe. Shock. Didn't expect this. The level, didn't want to do this, but didn't expect it to be so bad. It's what happens when you've grown up in a bubble and a pampered princess all of your life. That's my personal opinion. So where are we heading? I'm just leaving this open-ended. I haven't put a time frame on it. I haven't asked anything. I didn't know what to ask, really. So I'm leaving it to universe to give us a final card and to tell us what's going on. I've got the Empress here, which is pretty powerful in terms of being creative and abundant and successful. Very weird jump from there to there. And it could be that they stream this thing and it does really well. I keep seeing this. The Empress really just represents precisely the image that she's trying to portray, the kind of Martha Stewart and everyone else, of this domestic goddess who's doing all of this stuff and making a ton of money. It's making a ton of money. This thing could just really do well because it's so bad. So there is some ending in here, but there is a real turnaround that is possible. So even if Netflix pulls the plug, they say the deal is over, this is it, this is what we're doing, no more, or they pull the trailer, no more trailer, we pull the comments, no more comments, we all have to sit quietly, we can't say anything, we can't comment, we can't criticize, we can't whatever. When it streams, the Empress, it just really could do very well. I keep saying this, and it's confirming this again for me. And I think it's going to go down as one of those things that's referenced in culture. I mean, already people are elevating everything at the moment. And I think there's just going to be more of that and more of that and more of that. And unwittingly going to do well. So we're going to have to suffer through that and allow that to happen. This is the interesting thing, because there's a real crisis in here. This tells me something as well, and I just need to say this. She's apparently big mates with the Netflix boss's wife, and I can't think what her name is right now. this could be saves the day for Megan. There's a lot of speculation around that this is why she's not been dumped already, why they're allowing all of this to go through. It's just giving me hugely protective female energy, that she's saved. And she's saved by a woman. She seems to have this ability to make very strategic friendships with very powerful women, who for some reason have a blind spot when it comes to what the rest of us see about her. And I think that this has got something in that energy here of a protective female energy who's going to keep this thing going even when they want to really shut it down. So strange energy over there. A surprise ending from universe does do this sometimes. And so we will have to grit our teeth and suffer through it, as I say. Thank you for watching this, and I will see you again tomorrow.